Delarite, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, sir, Delarite. Report reaching us right now is that Ebony again. Ebony has been on the news for the longest of time. And as we are hearing right now, if the information is correct, they said Ebony was drenched in her tears, like in her pool of tears, as Olori EB of Ogiri Dynasty declared Ebony has shamed their bloodline as they came to help carry her things out of the palace since she doesn't want to stay in the palace. Now, what does this mean? You know, when we hear about Olori, especially me myself, I had always thought that Olori is only the name given to the wife of a king, okay, in the Yoruba land. But they said that the head of any royal house, any royal dynasty is called Olori Ibi, okay? And if it's a woman, it is called Iya Ibi. That is the head, and it's usually the oldest person. They say Olori Ibi is not just a wife or queen, as people may think when they hear the word Olori. In Yoruba tradition, especially in Ile Ife, Olori Ibi means the head of a family lineage, the eldest and most respected figure of that bloodline. Every ruling house in Ife and other Yoruba towns has an Olori Ibi. He is usually an elder, sometimes a very old man whose voice is seen as the final authority within the family. His duty is to coordinate the affair of the entire lineage, settle dispute among younger ones, and serve as a bridge between the ruling house and the larger traditional system, including the Lion of Odua. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delarama. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the South, still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? I'm still wishing you an amazing week. I love you. Thank you. My people, if you're here to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys so much. I said the Lion of Odua is the supreme head, the custodian of tradition, and the spiritual father of all ruling houses. But the Olori Ibi is the direct pillar of each dynasty. When something goes wrong with a member of a ruling house, it is the Olori Ibi that people will ask questions from. He is the one who will enter and either defend or rebuke the person, because he stands as the symbol of discipline and heritage for that family. His word carries heavy weight because it is not seen as just his personal opinion. It is considered the position of the ancestors of that dynasty. When the Olori Ibi speaks, he is believed to be speaking with the authority of those who have gone before, the founding fathers of the bloodline. This is who Olori Ibi is. I wanted you to understand where we are coming from. Now for the Ogidi ruling house, okay, dynasty, that is where Ebony comes from, okay. Olori Ibi has always been a quiet man. He is advanced in age, the kind who really shows anger in public because his strength is in silence and wisdom, okay. But when news reached him that, you know, the Lion of Odua had begun the process of a Tiwase ritual to separate Ebony from the throne because of her constant, you know, misconduct, jealousy, and disrespect, the old man was said to be deeply pained. It is one thing for palace wife to quarrel, but it is another thing entirely for the Lion of Odua to want to invoke Ituwase. Okay, a ritual that symbolizes complete rejection and spiritual separation. That is the highest from all, you know, disgrace for a woman from the ruling dynasty, and for it to fall on one of his own was unbearable, because he knows very well that for a king to want to invoke Ituwase is like the last resort. It means that the king would have swallowed, like the king would have been so exhausted, like completely exhausted, like completely tired. This man understood everything, and that was was why he was so much in pain. How on earth would this come from his own daughter? That was the question that they said he continued to ask. The Olori Ibi called his family elders together. He did not scream or shout, but those around him said his disappointment was written all over his face. He asked them, how can our daughter bring us this level of dishonor? Do you want the Lion of Odua, the very seat of our heritage, to cut ties with our blood because of one woman's jealousy and stubbornness? He reminded them that once a ruling house is associated with shame, it stays in history. Children yet unborn will be told that a daughter of that house caused them problems before, in fact, it was so much they said the man could not help it, but the man cried because this is something that will be in history. They said that was when he gave the order that shook everyone. He sent his people to the palace to help Ebony pack her belongings and leave. The message was simple. If she does not want to stay quietly, as wife told the Lion of Odua, then let her go. We will not allow her to destroy our family name or by the Lion of Odua with her jealousy. This was not just a physical action of moving bags and boxes. It carries deep spiritual meaning. In Yoruba tradition, when your family withdraws support and carries you out of your husband's house, it means they no longer recognize you in that position. It is a symbolic divorce, but heavier than the ordinary one because the ancestors are seen as part of that decision. They say when Ebony had that, her own Olori Ibi had sanctioned her removal. It broke her spirit completely. She cried the entire night in the palace, weeping that the very man she thought would defend her had turned his back on her. But in truth, he had not turned his back. He was only protecting the dignity of his entire dynasty from being dragged into mud. Her family members who went to the palace, were said to have, been so embarrassed by what what they heard, the things that they were told that they did not even know had happened. Right there in the palace, some of them could not even raise their heads as they packed tried to pack things and all of that. And Ebony's direct family were begging. They started begging again that she would stay, and this time she is going to stay quietly. All of those problems are in the past now. That over the last couple of days, they have been talking to her. She understands now. They continue to say that she is a small girl. They continue to say that she does not know what she is doing. Dela, that is tea. I'm sipping tea, okay? That she does not know what she is doing, that one thing, and all of that. They said the relationship between an Olori Ibe and the Lion of Odua is very important. While the lion is father to all dynasty, he expects every Olori Ibe to discipline their own children. The lion does not like to directly shame a wife in public, and he would never ever do that no matter what, but he's just going to take steps to ensure that they are relinquished of their power so that, they stay humble, which is about what is about to happen now. They say when the family heard that the lion had taken this action, it was so bad. And they say when the lion even heard that the Olori Ibe took this action, the lion was even relieved because for once he felt like nobody was supporting her attitude towards him and the palace. Because how do you get married to a man and he says do this and you say you will not do it, you want to do your own? Even if you were not married to a king, an ordinary husband, in no go agree at all. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged Ramadan verified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.